Today I'm doing a video, a long needed video on this transmitter. This is one of the most common Chinese FM transmitters. Pretty much everyone, if they go on eBay, is going to buy one of these. What this is an ST-7C. It normally comes in a black case with some white silk screen on the front of it, but I just have the circuit board right here. You can see it says ST, it's hard to read it, but it says ST-7C version 2.0 2016. So this is a 7-watt FM transmitter, cheap Chinese. It has an RDO6 right, if I can get the light, there we go. RDO6 HVF1 right there. It has some cheaper, like bipolar type transistors, I believe, right there. It doesn't use the RDO1 MUS one like most of them, or most of the other ones use. I guess they're trying to use cheaper components that are, used and old. But this transmitter is surprisingly good. So today we're going to be setting it up on Spectrum Analyzer right here, because I don't think I've ever seen a video, at least a proper video, of one of these Chinese transmitters, these really common ones, on a Spectrum Analyzer. And I've always wondered, what does it actually look like? And most importantly, this thing I actually bought specifically for this video, because I didn't really want one. I thought, it's a cheap Chinese transmitter, it's one of the cheapest ones, it's probably going to suck. I don't want to buy it, but I'll buy it for the video just to see how it looks, because I was very curious. So it turns out it's actually not bad. So we're going to power it up and we're going to check it out. I've got a stripped power cord right here, plugs into the back there. It has a little fan that comes with it that normally mounts on the back of that black case that it comes in, but I just have it laying right here for now, which should be fine because I'm not going to use it for a very long period of time, so it won't get hot. Then we have it going, the output goes out here, goes through this cable, and goes into the attenuator, which lowers the signal down so that this machine doesn't get blown out by the amount of power that it has. And then we're going to analyze the signal right there. So let's power it on. Yeah, let me try to get that. There we go. Now when you first power it on, it just says off on the front, like that. So what you have to do is you have to press, I believe it's this button on the left. There it goes. And there it is. Pretty clean. Pretty amazing. Let's see, what are we at right now? Let's get the exact thing. So we're at 7-ish dBms, and we can't even see anything. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of this input attenuation to see if we can see anything. Okay, well, there's barely anything. This isn't the best spectrum analyzer. I don't have a better one, but if something doesn't show up on here, usually it's like, well, it might not be within FCC specifications, but is it bad? Not really. I mean, it's pretty low. Let's see, what is that? It says negative 41, I believe. Yeah, it's negative 41 right there. That little harmonic. I think that's the harmonic. Let's see if that's the harmonic. Move it over. Yep, that's the harmonic. That's some spurious, but it's not too bad. Alright, so now let's center it and let's span in. And we're going to check out how fat it is. I expect it to be kind of fat because these normally are. It uses a BH1415F chip. Yeah, so it spreads a little there. Okay. Normally, if I'm correct, and I think I'm correct about this, is what you would have for an FM signal if you zoomed in on it like this, is you would have the main carrier in the center, you would have the 19 kilohertz on either side, and then you would have the 38 kilohertz on either side. But you shouldn't have anything after that. So that means that this does have some stuff that it shouldn't have. Like, see these, it looks like harmonics of the stereo going out. So it's not super clean near the carrier, but in terms of actual spurious, there's not actually that much. So let me try to, I'm trying to bring this back up because I can't see anything. What's the span? Span is 1.6. Okay, yeah, those are probably spurs. But overall, even though that doesn't look like the MPX has been filtered very well, you know, otherwise, there's not too many spurs in the signal. You know, it's very clean compared to one of these things, for example, which is kind of funny because it's only 7 watts, and these things are much more powerful, so like, they should probably change their chip and also change that other thing that I mentioned in the other video. But yeah, so you can see some spurs there, but they're nowhere near as bad as the other transmitter. There's the harmonic. Oh, another factor that I want to add on is that these transmitters, like most Chinese transmitters, are only stereo, and you cannot change them to mono. In addition to that, they all use 50 microsecond pre-emphasis, which is not very good for the United States, or South Korea, I believe, uses 75 microseconds just like the US. But it still sounds pretty good. You probably won't notice that, and you can probably compensate for that based on your equalization and your audio. You can change it, but it's hard on this particular model because you'd have to unsolder that and on that side, and then you'd have to unsolder that metal cover there, and if you did that, it would give you access to the BH1415F. Then you could change the capacitor component on there, and that would change the pre-emphasis, but it is very hard to do on this model. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.